Welcome. Welcome to the Check Swing Podcast with myself and, of course, the brains and brawn of the situation, my man, Coach Santa, who's coming to us all the way from
Baltimore, having big fun.
Yes, he is down in Baltimore, home of the Ravens, home of the Orioles, home of the. That's it, huh?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. All right, home of the Ravens, home of the Orioles,
And the Terrapins.
and the Terps. I mean, they're the county, down in the county somewhere. College Park. I'm not big on the Terps. You know why? Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. The Terps. The reason the reason my school, my alma mater, doesn't have a football team anymore is because of they took all the scholarships for themselves, and they took away basically all our football. We don't waste this. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, let's not start on such a downer, sir.
Oh, you've heard nothing yet. Heard nothing yet. We got some more downers to come. But before we get to all the downers and all the sad information and all that good stuff, well, I guess it's not good stuff, but all that stuff, I like to ask my folks how they been. So Miguel,
Sir,
how you been?
been well. Life has been lifing, but it's getting better and better. Yeah.
Okay, well I can dig it. I can dig it. Life definitely be lifing. Life definitely be lifing. On today's show, we have quite a few things we're going to talk about. We talking about some baseball players getting caught up in some gambling stuff, and we're not talking about Otani. But it starts to make you think. Not talking about Otani. Um, a Philadelphia Philly says goodbye. Philadelphia Philly says goodbye. And of course, by the title of the show, we got to talk about the Eagles, right? We got to talk about the Eagles. We got to talk about the things that's going on the field and off the field. Kind of tired of talking about it, but got to talk about it. And we'd love to hear what you guys got to say about it because you all are our folks.
Come on, English major.
I can talk. So we'd like to hear from you. Hit us up. 484-606-6061 is where you can hit us up in our private chat. Well, I shouldn't say private chat because I'm gonna read it, but it's our chat line. Okay. And then of course, if you want to talk to us, you can hit us up at 669-275-0548. Or there's another option. We have many options for you to communicate with us. You can just put it in the chat. Put what you got to say in the chat, and we will, we'll put it up on the screen and we'll read it and all that stuff, and we'll react to it. It could be your opinion, it could be your thought, it could be you telling us that we're wrong and why we're wrong. Whatever it is, we'll talk about it. All right. With all that being said, I told you we got some, sad news to get to first and foremost with this show. Last week there was a tragic passing from the Dallas Cowboys, from the team of the Dallas Cowboys camp. We always, take our jabs at Cowboys, but this is not one of them times. Defensive lineman Marshawn Nealon passed away to a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And it's being said, and I don't have all the details and stuff like that, but from what the reports are saying, he was having a mental episode, a mental health episode, and that his girlfriend called the police to try to get some help. The Dallas Cowboys also did a wellness call. And I'm not going to go into the to the whole story, but I just wanted to mention him and give respect. Marshawn Nealon, and he was only in the second year with the Cowboys. Man, that young, very young. Miguel, he's younger than some of the guys that we've coached.
Yeah.
Think about that. Just think about that. Also, former NFL Commissioner Paul Tagliabue passed away on Sunday, I believe. Um, and he was the NFL Commissioner from 1989 to 2006. 2006. So, he held the office. He was a lawyer and then became the NFL Commissioner. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. And one of the more notable ones to me, at being a big NBA fan, Lenny Wilkins. One time was the all-time winningest coach in the NBA. He passed away. Um, Most notably, probably more famous today to today's world as the NBA coach. But his NBA career spans from 1960 to 2005. He became a player in 1960 for the St. Louis Hawks. In 1960, and then end up retiring from coaching or resigning um, in January of 2005 when he was with the New York Knicks. Actually, he took over for Don Chaney, who was basically let go or resigned, and then he took over and he kind of got out of there like a week later. So was that around the time that Isaiah Thomas? I don't remember. Anyway, um, but rest in peace to all those guys. And I hate having to start a show like that, but it is what it is. We do what we do, and we move on. So, Miguel, now that we have paid those respects, let's turn the show around to a not as unhappy note. Can't call it a happy note, right? Can't call it a high note. There's I'm looking at the show. There's really not a lot of high notes in the show today. Think about it.
Hey, the Eagles won. That's a happy note.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
You just all about the doom and gloom tonight.
I mean, we'll get to that, but anyone who saw the game knows what's coming when we get to that. But the feds, the feds indict two pitchers playing for the same team in sports gambling scheme. Now, Miguel, I know we mentioned this on the show, maybe what, couple months ago, maybe. When they first kind of, actually, it was around August, I
Mhm.
believe, because it was the trade deadline. It was right before the trade deadline or right after the trade deadline or something like that.
Yeah, and the Phillies had inquired about trying to get Stephen Kwan and Emmanuel Clase in a trade because that's when we were trying to get a closer. I think we actually wound up better with Duran, but yeah.
Yeah, well, shoot, yeah, because we'll be able to have Duran next year, and I don't think Cleveland's going to have Class A next year.
Or Ortiz, yeah.
I think we lost. I think we won that non-trade. I think we won that one.
Mhm.
But it's interesting because the sports gambling scene is crazy, right? You can sports gamble from any, not, some states you can't, and some platforms you can't in certain states, but you can pretty much gamble from anywhere with your phone, your tablet, on a computer, go to a casino, whatever the case may be. They got sports books at all the casinos now.
Dude, if you drive past 95 in Baltimore, you go past the M&T Bank
Mhm.
Stadium and Camden Yards, and they've already built sports book sections that as add-ons to both venues. So you can literally, if you don't even have a ticket for the game, you can sit there and just do nothing but bet
Yeah.
all day. And it's sad because at Camden Yards they took away a famous pub. It was called Dempsey's Pub, and then last year was called the Sports Book.
They took Dempsey's away?
Dempsey's wasn't there, and they're expanding on it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm. Well, I do know. I know that the casino that's right across the lot from Citizens
Port
Bank
the oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Park, they have a sports book in there. I haven't been in there in maybe a couple years. So I don't know if it's still the same company, so I'm not going to name the company. But they have a sports book in that casino. Um, But I mean, you go to any casino now, you pretty much can bet on any sport. Um, but this is interesting because it was pitches that were being like bet on,
Mhm.
and I know Miguel, you have a video of what was transpiring. You want to explain this video before we put it in?
So basically, what was happening was the pitchers were aligning with gamblers to not throw games, but to rig pitches. So basically, the pitcher that you're going to see is Emmanuel Clase. Pretty much on every first pitch, there was a prop bet for the speed of the pitch, whether it was going to be a ball or a strike, and the type of pitch. To the point where they have records proving that he even gave bettors a heads up, which is very much illegal in the gambling world. He gave them a heads up
And
as
it's
to
actually
what he's going to
pitches.
throw.
Can do me rewind a little bit, Miguel. You said, did you say the speed of the pit? What did you say?
So I'll read the thing. Prosecutors allege Ortiz was paid a total of $12,000 to intentionally throw a ball instead of a strike in two major league games, and then it wound up in their investigation. It expanded to a lot more. So Clase allegedly received matching payments for his role in helping to arrange Ortiz's rigged pitches, where the gamblers went up to $60,000. But in that whole thing, they would give the bettors a heads up on the type of pitch that was thrown, the speed of the pitch, and the type of pitch. So like curveball, changeup, whatever.
And they were making all kind of money on these bets because they knew it was happening.
Right, and the Department of Justice says that at least $400,000 was won based on the inside information on those pitches.
Mm. Yeah, they're gonna look into that. And the casinos losing that money. They're gonna look into that because they not out here to lose, especially big time. They not they casinos are built on losers, not winners.
Right,
Remember that.
and what is it? What is it? I heard you hear it in all the gambling movies. The house always wins.
House always wins.
So, but the video here actually shows this is the thing that boggles my mind. Number one, I think Clase made like $10 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
To do this only to make maybe $12,000 to $15,000 boggles my mind. That's number one. Number two, there's video evidence. You know what I mean? No matter, and so there's some pitches, and you'll see it like he's obviously just. But this is allegedly evidence that the government is
Uh-oh. You still there, Coach?
here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, you froze up and went away for a second.
Okay.
You said it's obvious that he's, and that was the point we lost you.
Oh, it's some of the pitches he's obviously just like throwing it away. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. All right, so let's take a look at this video, and this video is all the pitches that he threw away in his appearance. Was it just this season? Do you know, or is it
So,
over?
the scheme allegedly started all the way back in 2023. So
Okay.
this entails pretty much every first pitch to a batter he's thrown since.
Check it out.
If you want to just get it out of the
Like a bloody fool. If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister.
He is leading 7 to 10.
That one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys,
Over 1.2.
what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break.
Second inning.
As our copyright infringement goes right down the tubes. um, so you know what I was thinking about while watching that video.
Mhm.
As bad as the umpires have been over the last few years, and we've documented and it's well documented, I'm surprised some of those were not called strikes.
Yeah, same here.
Very surprised some of those were not called strikes. Because some of them, about good 5, 6 of them were close. Maybe 2, 3 of them like border. I mean, none of them were strikes.
Right.
None of them were strikes.
Mhm.
But an umpire will call a strike on something 2, 3 inches off the plate sometime,
Right.
especially after a long game,
Hmm.
coming in the ninth.
So here's what blew the cover on this whole thing. Okay. Class A was getting. I think it was Pajas from the Dodgers. It was a Los Angeles Dodgers player. He was going to throw first pitch ball, slider in the dirt. The guy swung and missed.
Mm.
Text messages show that when that batter swung and missed the ball, apparently a lot of money was lost. The better that he was tied to, sent him a text message with it was basically a person. It was a meme of a person taking a shower thing and hanging himself. And he sent the text back. Clase sent a text back with I think a meme of a frog like looking down and crying.
Mm.
So that's kind of very telling in itself. And also when there was another text message stream from another one of the gamblers and him where I believe there was a prop bet made and he said just send the money to the DR.
Mm.
So yeah.
It's it's unfortunate. I mean, because and I'm not making excuses, but it's unfortunate because it's one pitch.
Well, one pitch over the course of 3 years.
Right. I get it. I get that. But it's one pitch and it's like one pitch per game. And they're facing over 60 years.
65.
Well, that's over 60. I couldn't remember the numbers. That's why I said it.
Please don't
Facing
see me.
65 years over one pitch per inning per game. No, one pitch per game. That really ain't hurt nobody but the establishment. Because if you're betting against him throwing, if he throwing that first pitch for a ball that many times and you're betting against, oh, this is going to be the day. Nope. This going to be the day. Nope. This is going to be the day.
And this is the thing I never understood about gambling. I know, like, there's a couple buddies of mine, they do like the whole thing, do the pools and stuff, like, and I'm working every day, and if I lose my money, I'm just, I gotta lose out on a bill or whatever. But I just never understood the passion behind gambling, knowing especially
Have you,
that.
have you ever gambled and won?
Yeah, but it wasn't much. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe, I never
Probably.
took.
I'm gonna take you into the mindset of a gambler. Um, when you win big, you always think you can do it again. You're always feeling like you're one bet away.
Mm.
Now I know people that have lost $1 and they're mad as hell and want their dollar back.
I lost $5 and I was done.
I know people that have lost their rent and they'll go back in the casino and try to get it back. Like it's when you've won big, You're always one bet away, but it don't really go down like that. Um, and plus, there's always a rush to it, right? Because I used to bet on one of them sides. I don't remember which one. And I told you what made me stop last week when we were talking about the basketball stuff. Um, when the Lakers were playing the Heat in the bubble championship, and Jimmy Butler had like he was he's scoring 20 something points a night in the series. And I put my money on the over of him scoring like 21, 22 points or whatever. He was at the foul line, could have went over and didn't. And and that was my last online bet.
Yeah, I like the idea though of getting rid of the under because then you know.
Well, you didn't let me say it. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
What do you mean I didn't let you say it?
I said that before the show. I didn't say it during the show yet.
Oh, ignore what I just said.
Well, what
Whoops.
Miguel is talking about is
My bad.
what Miguel is talking about is I said, one way that you can eliminate some of this stuff is by eliminating being able to bet on unders. You can fix unders. You can fake an injury and come out of the game and not score another point. You can throw the ball outside of the strike zone. You can do things to make the unders win. On the other hand, with the overs, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You got to try. So they got to you eliminate the unders. You kind of eliminate one of those things, but at the same time, speaking from the establishment's perspective, you also are taking out a chunk of my income. So, um, with that being said, good luck to those dudes. Um, one real quick thing. I'm just gonna put this Phillies note in there because we're talking baseball, and then we're going to talk about the Eagles and their great season that they're having. The Phillies center fielder, that they acquired at the trade deadline, he said goodbye to the city. He said goodbye to the city. He said that well, here we go. This is what I'll do. I'll share it with the world here. Share it with the world. Let's put up I believe it's this one. Yes. Here we go. So I'm glad I did. I was about to just blah 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 blah. I was about to start talking about it, and I may not be able to share it.
There it
Oh,
is.
I can. There it is. All right. So all right, I don't know what that is down there. Oh, that's distracting. Hold on. Get that out of here. Okay. All right. So Harrison Bader, center fielder, acquired at the trade deadline. Um, he basically turned down his $10 million option. It was a mutual option, which I didn't realize. What a mutual option is, both the team and the player have to agree on it. So it was a mutual option. So Harrison Bader says, um, Philly, baby, 2.5 months was not nearly enough, but that's all the gods had in store for us this year. To the ones who made it happen, thank you. To every screaming fan, I love you and thank you. To a clubhouse I'm humbled to have been a part of, especially thank you. This is a game, but you Philly are what does that say? Oh, are a fucking gift. And I can say the word because it's PH.
And you're quoting.
And I'm quoting, and it's a PH. So, mom, if you're watching, dad, if you're watching, it's PH, not F. It's PH, not F. I promise. Uh, it's right there. You can see it. Um, Miguel Harrison Baird is one of the guys that I would hope to bring back, but we got youth down in the minors that will probably be looking to replace him one day, if not next season. So I guess you got to kind of give them a Try. Um, I've kind of changed courses, Miguel, on something real quick, and then we'll talk about the Eagles. Um, I'm not saying I don't want Schwarber back. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is I would be satisfied if they bought back if they only bought back Ranger and JT, I would be okay with that. If they only bought back Ranger and JT, I think I would be okay with that. And Schwarber walking. I feel like I'm kind of seeing things your way in a sense. Um, Not because, but it's not really because of the playoff thing. It's just because to me, that bat, it's strong. Having somebody in your lineup that can do that, that's big. You don't. Not every team has that. Every team has somebody that can hit a home run, but not everybody has a guy on their team where it's expected that he hits a home run. Um, and delivers too. Um, but you can find. I feel like you might be able to find. You can't find another Kyle Schwarber, but you can eventually find another bopper, right? I mean, we had Ryan Howard, then we didn't have another bopper to like Bryce or Kyle Schwarber. Might be a while. It might take some time, but I don't know if I would be okay with the money that he's commanding, and for maybe how I don't know how many years he want to play, and he's getting a little older, and then on top of that, there might be a salary cap coming to the league soon. Um, did you want to say anything about that, Miguel, before we move on to the birds?
I don't know. He showed me something in regards to his plate approach. He cut down the strikeouts a little bit. Batting average went up. Again, I think had we had more time in the playoffs, he may have gotten hot because he hit that home run in the third game of the playoffs. So part of me was kind of starting to reverse course on him.
Mhm.
Um, I I think because he's a DH, I wouldn't be too opposed to giving him the money for like 3 to 5 years.
Mhm.
Um, because even the boppers that are out there, well, like Cody Bellinger, uh, um, Tucker, um, but their advantage they can actually play some defense. They got a little bit of speed on them, so um, I just don't want it to be like we've done in the past, like we let somebody big go, but never really quite replace them. You know what I mean? Or we try to get two players to match the one. And even with the Bader thing, like I know him saying goodbye or whatever, but it's a formality. Every player who has an option before their end of their contract takes the option. It's just commonplace.
Mhm.
Manny Machado did it when him and Bryce signed their big contracts. Manny Machado had an opt out after 5 years. He took it, got more money. You know what I mean? And then there's some players that don't take it and just keep the contract going. So it's like, I still think there may be a chance to get him back. I hope Bader comes back, but I think there's other moves that have to be made to make this team viable again as a World Series contender.
Yeah.
I think the Phillies should go after Ranger, JT, and Schwarber. Trade Castellanos. Call up Justin. Go after Bader and get another bat. I'd even go after freaking Pete Alonso
Yeah, I'd go out to Pete Alonso, move Bryce back out to right field, have Pete Alonso playing first.
because Pete Alonso's been the most consistent. I mean, he's played 150 games every year of his career. He's consistently 35, 40 home runs. Believe it or not, doesn't strike out as much as Bryce and Schwarber. So that gets cut down. And you got a right-banded bat
Well,
in between your two big boppers.
he'll strike out that much when he becomes a Philly.
What'd you say?
He'll strike out that much when he becomes a Philly.
We'll see.
I hate to say it. I don't think Bryce or Kyle Schwarber, and I'm just shooting in the dark here. I don't think they struck out as much as they had before they become a Phillies. I'm just, I'm spitballing, but don't believe
Well,
it because I said it. But I'm just saying
I think strikeouts are up as a whole in Major League Baseball because of the mindset. So
because of the what? The
because of
mindset.
the mindset, the mentality, swing or go home.
Gotcha, gotcha. Before we get into talking about the birds, I want to I actually have a video, a damn video, Miguel.
Sweet.
It's a different type of damn video than what we kind of normally have on the show.
Mhm.
Um, but check it out. Make sure it's around. Okay. So what we have is a University of Michigan quarter miler in her first collegiate relay race for about 400-meter relay race indoor. So I'll just put it like that, and here you go. I probably do have to press play on it, don't I? Here we go.
Zia Holman grabs the baton as Michigan's anchor in the 4x400. Her team is over 4 seconds behind. Everyone's already written them off. But this is her first college race, and she takes off like a storm. In just 100 meters, the gap's already shrinking. At 200 meters, she blows past Ohio State.
Indiana, Michigan, Ohio State.
She's closing in on Indiana, the gap disappearing with every stride. Now it's down to the final stretch. She swings wide, powers through the curve, and with one last surge, she overtakes Indiana right before the line.
And Michigan is going to win the women's 4x4.
Zia Holman grabs the baton.
Sorry, it was still playing on my end. So, she was moving. And for people that may not know, the indoor track is half the size of the outdoor track. So, just in case somebody was like hearing the numbers that he was saying and the place that she was and didn't understand, the indoor track is only 200 meters, while the outdoor track is 400 meters. Yeah, just want to put that out there. And I think, don't you have a video as well to share right now before you start talking about the birds?
Yeah, I got a couple. So you guys have all heard of the pick six, but you're about to witness the thick six.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got.
Wide receiver look for the Monarchs. Another rush. They're going to throw the screen and it's intercepted. How about the big fella, Akeem Davis? Davis staying on his feet. Look at him go. Davis. It's like a scrum. They can't bring him down. Akeem Davis is still moving. At the 30. At the 25. He's stuck out of there. Are you kidding me? Akeem Davis. He is in for the touchdown. Oh my God, Akeem Davis.
He'll be done.
You know what the crazy thing is, Miguel?
What's it?
Now you gotta go right back out there and play defense again.
Tired as hell.
You gotta go back out there and play defense all over again. After all that work, he just maybe coach gives him a series off. That was a lot of work he put on that one play.
Mm-hmm.
If he's a competitor like he probably is, he's definitely competitive. As you saw, that kid's a competitor. He didn't take that. He didn't take the next series off.
Not
He
at
was
all.
not going to be denied. He was not going to be denied. So we're going to talk about the birds, right? We got to talk about the Eagles now. Monroe had put a comment in about the Trace said the girl was burning up the track. She crushed those girls. Yeah, she absolutely did. That joint was crazy. And I will say this, and I don't want to take anything away from that girl that ran because she ran an amazing leg. But that first girl she passed, I don't think she was a quarter miler.
No.
The second one, quite possibly,
Right.
but I don't think that first one was good. The way she was running, I was like, mm, eh,
Yeah.
you're probably 800 or a mile. You, even an 800 runner would have a little bit better form than that. Anyway,
Right.
but yeah, she did tell. I should have put a stopwatch on to see where her split was. Um, the Eagles played the Packers of Green Bay to a 10-7 victory on Monday night. Yes, it was a Monday night football game that ended 10-7. Not a Thursday night, a Monday night. Actually, did the Thursday night game end 10-7 as well?
Something like that. 13. So I don't know.
Yeah, 13-10 or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm I'm going to let you give your thoughts about the game because I'm still sorting mine out.
So I know the big thing was the last play of the game, or the last play for the Eagles anyway on offense. Throwing it the way they did, and kind of I don't know, it just seemed kind of careless. Um, there are definitely issues with this offense. I know I've seen some experts kind of like diagram, you know, some route patterns that have been created by the coordinator that just don't seem to make sense. It seems like on a lot of plays, Brown is just asked to go deep. Um, it- I don't know. If it had it not been for the one run on that screenplay or that pass play to Barkley, um, to extend the play in the fourth quarter, and then of course the big catch by Devontae, um, it could very well have been, a 7-0 loss. Um, I mean, I'm still glad we have a pretty damn good defense. Even though I think Jair Alexander is now all of a sudden taking time away from the team, and he hasn't even played
Taking time away from football.
from football, right, to get himself situated mentally. And I'm sure what happened to the Dallas Cowboys player had something to do with it, because it affected Micah Parsons, because apparently he was pretty close to that kid. So, yeah, so I get it. So I think you had said something in a group chat about, like, some things that AJ Brown was venting, and how you can't really disagree with it because, you know,
Because he's not wrong.
he's not wrong, because he's quoted as saying, well, he said, it's not just solely about my situation. I want to win too. I think if we're really focused on winning and doing our job, we can't just keep slapping a band-aid over the defense doing their job and getting us out of trouble. At what point are we going to pick up our slack as an offense? I mean, that's a good statement. I have no issues. He's not calling out quarterbacks. He's not, I mean, he may be calling out his offensive coordinator, but he's calling the situation for what it is, because it's like it's like, remember, we always go back to that one year where I think we went 10-1, but everybody was like, this doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't quite feel that, though, because again, it didn't feel right in that 10-1 season because the defense was trash. Our defense is still good. To win 10-7 versus like win like 43-40, to me, I think it's gonna help us out if we get through the playoffs. You know what I mean? I'd rather have
Yeah,
that than the other way around.
so you're kind of saying they'll be battle tested.
They'll be battle tested. I think with the offense, I think it's a fixable thing. I think there's a battle between philosophies right now. I go back to when the Rams game. Remember, there was issues with the offense then, and then all of a sudden, it opened up. AJ was being thrown to in like double coverage and catch, and Devontae had to. So the offense opened up. So I think we can get back to that point, but for whatever reason, either the coaches are getting in it saying, all right, well, I'm the coach and you're the player, you do what I say, or something's just not ebbing and flowing between the coordinator and the receiver or whatever the plays, you know. I mean, it comes down to
So
play call.
here's what I'm going to address something that you mentioned early on. The last play that the Eagles had, that fourth down play. There's reports coming out, or people coming out that have reported that that was an audible. That was an AJ Jalen audible again. As you remember, a couple years ago in Seattle, they kind of did that, and Sirianni kind of took it on his shoulders. Then we find out later on that Jalen and AJ basically went rogue,
Right.
and it cost the Eagles the game. This time it wasn't as bad because it didn't cost the Eagles the game, but they're saying that those guys went rogue on that again, or whatever, however you want to put it. Um, so here's what, I want to address what you said about the Eagles about the couple years ago when they started off 10-1, and it felt kind of weird. This, I think the reason that it's not feeling as weird, as bad, I should say, is because they won the Super Bowl last year.
No, no doubt.
The year before the collapse, they lost the Super Bowl. So we were kind of looking for them to come out in that vengeance, and they did, but it just wasn't, something wasn't there. And right now we're not looking for them to come out with the vengeance. We're looking for them to come out and blow people out. And a lot of times that's just not going to happen. Like, we kind of, as fans, you kind of get spoiled by when your team does very well, and you saw what they did to the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and we kind of felt like, well, whoa, if we can do that to the Chiefs, we can do that to everybody, and probably could if the defensive line could get to the quarterback the way they got after Patrick Mahomes that day. They
Right.
probably could if the offensive line could block the way the offensive line was blocking last year, but they have injuries and things like that. So there's a lot of things that have become have changed from last year. Even though a lot of the personnel has not changed, some has not. The the um the expectations remain the same. Um Now with the whole AJ Brown thing, he's come out and said something again, right? And people are like, well, he shouldn't be saying these things publicly. Probably not, but you know, these things have happened, and they do happen, not making an excuse. I had an issue with the Twitter stuff because you're putting that out on Twitter to people that follow you, knowing, reporting, the media follows you, fans follow you. You're putting that out for all to see. I didn't have an issue with him saying anything on Twitch last night. I don't have an issue with that because that is a totally different platform where I don't know if he was being interviewed by what's his name? What's it? Ron? I forgot. I've seen the streams before, but he was on his Twitch channel, and listen, you're he's a public streamer and people follow him, but he's not necessarily, he's not Action News, he's not ESPN, he's not Fox Sports. So you're going to kind of speak freely in that situation. People kind of act like these guys can't vent, like they have to be robots, almost like when the one lady told, and this is a whole nother level, but when the one lady told LeBron to shut up and dribble, like he can't have an opinion on something. Um, AJ Brown, yes, you can voice your complaints, you can voice your stress and your frustrations. Um, but understand what this might be looking like. And I would even go on to say that maybe AJ Brown, I mean, people have been saying like maybe, these injuries have taken his toll and he's just not as explosive this year as he's been in the past. But I will tell you this, Miguel. I was watching the game the other night and you might have seen it as well. And I haven't really heard people mention it, but there was a play, I want to say second half, it might have been third quarter. I don't remember if it's third quarter or not, where Jalen ended up taking off and running off to the left, off the left side of the line. End up, I think he got a first down close to it, maybe, and then kind of ran out of bounds. They were lined up trips left, and I want to say it was Devontae, AJ. I forgot who the third one was. I don't know if it was Goddard or Shipley or um, I don't remember who it was. Doesn't matter. Two of the receivers went basically. They went downfield. They went deep. AJ went across, and they showed the replay from behind the play, from behind Jalen, from behind the Eagles line, and AJ was super wide open across the middle of the field, and it was like as soon Jalen was under pressure, and he maybe felt like he got to get out of there, but we've seen him get out of there and keep looking, and maybe the play just wasn't for AJ, and he wasn't a read on that, but he was in Jalen's face almost. And I felt like Jalen just missed him, or I don't know. It's just weird to me as a fan. Like one of the first plays went to AJ early,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, cool. He's going to be involved. Cool. And then late in the game, it came around. It's like, yo, is AJ in the game? Is he even in the game? Like I ain't heard. And then they started showing the graphics about him, not getting the ball and stuff like that. So, um, honestly, I don't get frustrated talking about it, but it's like we got to talk about this every week for the last couple months. And they're winning. And they're winning. We got a comment real quick I want to put in there. Monroe said on Eagles passing game, we are really fortunate to have AJ, Devontae, and Goddard. Give AJ some play too. Have as many great pass catchers as few teams have as many great pass catchers as we do. Put ego aside and enjoy the wealth. And he says, give. He wanted to correct himself there. Um, yeah, there's a contention of people that's like, no, we're winning the games,
Mhm.
and I get that too because I'm one. Yeah, we're winning the games, dog. But when it seems like they're not even like you can't even get a target,
Mhm.
a target like that's concerning. That's concerning. I don't know enough about it to say it's this, that, or the other thing, but I don't know. We just gotta stay tuned on this one. Stay with us here on the Check Swing podcast because we gonna be putting out there what we hear, and we want to hear from you, the fans, of course, um, regarding the situation.
And I
Go
don't
ahead.
know. I think on my end, it's like it's the sign of like the current day player. Like they're gonna say things. You know what I mean? It's not like you said in the beginning. They're not gonna just sit there and be quiet and twiddle their thumbs and be a good soldier. There's too many platforms for that, I guess. Um,
Could you imagine if social media was as big as it is now when To was going through his stuff with the Eagles? Been crazy. Um, there was there was another basketball player that passed away. I believe it was yesterday or today. I just wanted to put it out there real quick. I failed to mention it earlier. Michael Ray Richardson passed away at the age of 70. So also want to put that out there too. Not a lot of good news on today's show. Not much at all. And like you said, the Eagles won barely.
Early.
um, that was a defensive battle. You know what's funny? Miguel?
Hmm.
We said the defense did play well, right? And they did.
Right.
But we don't say that the Green Bay defense played well. Like we was like, yo, what's wrong with the offense?
The hell do we do that for?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. We're supposed to be blowing everybody out. Doesn't matter. Um, we have any more videos today?
Yeah, if you want.
We got one more. We can do one more, and then I know you're stumping me, and I know you're not gonna give me the type of layup you gave me last week. I'm gonna give myself time.
No. You want a cool one or something that is completely violent?
A cool one.
Okay. So this one is actually pretty. I thought it was pretty tough. That's actually the caption. This is tough. This is Alabama's band, I believe, at the what do they call them? Not the investors, but the people that give.
Oh, the doggone
Alumni. It was like an alumni event, and they
alumni,
performed.
not the Glee Club. What the heck is it called? Booster Club. Like a
Did you
Booster
say
Club.
Glee Club? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough. That was tough. Um, did you see the LSU fan at the table?
Yeah. Yes.
That was tough. Um, I will say this.
Chomping at the bit, boy.
I'm trying to be very careful about how I say this. I would have preferred a little more seasoning in that song.
Seasoning? Whatever do you
Could have put a
mean in
little
the
more
South?
stank. They could have put a little more stank on that song. It was very blank. Like and it might be only because just yesterday, I promise you, I was just looking at the video from I don't know how many years ago it was. It's a high school team, and they were in the locker room kind of singing that,
Yeah.
and it had a little bit more kind of zhuzh to it.
I get you. I think I was just more impressed that
Huge.
I think I was just more impressed because there was lack of spice that they were able to get that much rhythm out of it. I think that's where I was rather impressed.
I can dig it.
and we're using the yeah.
Are the first two teams the same team? The same franchise?
Yes.
John Runyon? Ooh boy.
He's on a streak.
The only thing that threw me was the Rams.
Wasn't the Rams, was the Chargers.
Well, then that then threw me even more because I did not know. Did not. I thought he finished as an Eagle.
No, he tried. He made it. He gave it a go. Made the team and played, I think, a couple of games before he retired. I think he got
Um,
tired of.
EJ said, Miguel, play the CT Boo video I sent you.
Oh Lord, we'll play that next week.
He said it was a very stiff band.
All right.
He said they were raised.
Hey, I'll take raisins in the band, just not raisins in my damn stuffing.
You know, I I've
Don't
had
do it. Don't do it.
hold on. I've had raisins and stuffing before. It didn't bother me.
It's
It was not
horrible.
overwhelming.
Who puts raisins in stuffing?
I don't know. I don't remember, but because I like raisins. So
Who are
like
you?
I think the first time I had it and I was like, ugh, like it was kind of
I get.
maybe I
I
didn't like
get.
it. 'Cause now
I
I'm
can
thinking
get.
if I was like, ugh.
I can get some of the like for raisins. I can get the like for stuffing, but to combine the two together is it's sacrilegious. It's communist. It's it.
I'm not. I'm not. You know what? I might have to try it again to see if I actually like it, or maybe I was eating something else. Because I'm talking about like when I was a kid. Like I'm talking about long. I had raisins and stuffing in a long time. I don't think.
The raisins and the stuffing makes it taste like it's been used.
He said, "I bet you never went back to that house." Yeah, I don't know because I don't remember. I don't. I might be making this whole thing up in my head. I don't know.
Well, I wasn't invited back because I made a couple of comments about the food, but
And what he said, what's the song say? I know somebody got, and the chicken tastes like wood.
right, exactly.
I can't remember the words. Oh well.
But you know what's so
I know when the
disappointing?
song is on, but I can't think of it now.
What was so disappointing is that the turkey was actually phenomenal. It fell off the bone, da 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 da. But then you got stuffing with raisins.
What about the mac and cheese? Like I think I'm at the point in my life where I only eat my wife's mac and cheese.
Yeah, like does she? How does she make it though? Does she like? Is it loose? Is it together? Is it
It's together. It's baked, so it's
and it has the crust on the top?
yeah.
I'm coming to your house for Thanksgiving.
Yes, Goose, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Rapper's Delight. Yes.
You
I just couldn't remember. I can't remember. When the song is on, I know
know the word, right,
when it's not on, I'm like, I just remember the chicken tastes like wood. That's all I remember.
right.
The macaroni is soggy. The macaroni's burnt. I don't remember. I can't remember. But anyway, I got the thing. First guess. You tried to get me with the
As soon as you
Oilers and Tennessee thing.
right, as soon as you asked the first question, I knew you had it.
Yeah.
When you asked if they were the same franchise, he got it.
Because that's a jersey number I remember.
That's
And now I'm just realizing what the jersey number is, but for whatever reason, because on TV he was always close, the closest one to you on TV.
Right. That's true.
Oh, that one I always remember. Well, all right. Any last words, Miguel, before we get out of here?
If you're watching and you put raisins in your stuffing for Thanksgiving, I don't care what nationality you are. I'm calling ICE on you and creating a nationality for you. You must be deported. Huh?
What you say? Create what you're creating?
If they don't subscribe to a specific nationality, I'll make one up. Make sure that they're on the list.
Got you. And thank you, cuz he helped me out. The macaroni is soggy. The peas are, the macaroni right in my face. I'm still saying the wrong thing. The macaroni is solid. The peas are smushed, and the chicken tastes like wood.
I love
Did you ever go over a friend's house to eat and the food was just no good? The macaroni is solid. The peas are mashed or mushed. Yes, there it is. Mushed. The peas are mushed, and the chicken tastes like wood.
Copyright infringement number 2.
We're going for a record today.
Here we go.
Going for a record. Look, we're going to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all hanging with us and helping us. Helping us remember what the doggone song was called. Eagles play the Lions this Sunday. We didn't even mention that, but the Eagles play the Lions this Sunday. A.J. Brown, over under 5 targets for A.J. Brown. Miguel, what you think?
I'll go over. He'll go 5 for 5 for 120 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I'll go. Hold up. Did you say you're going under or over? What I said, 5 yards? I said 5. What did I say? I don't remember.
I said over.
I just put it out there because I didn't write it down, so I've been making it up anyway. I say he's going to go. He'll get 6 targets, and he'll probably get 84 yards.
Okay.
84 yards, and he'll be happy.
Gotcha. Just real quick, Major League Baseball announced some awards. Rookie of the Year for the National League is Drake Baldwin from the Atlanta Braves. His name always messes me up. Nick Kurtz from the Oakland A's.
What's his name?
Nick Kurtz. That's the only way I'm gonna say it. Damn it. The Cy Young Award.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be Steve Kerr's son, whose name is Nicholas Kerr.
What is that? What was that bit? Nickerdale.com. It's from it's a skit from Key and Peele.
I remember Nick or Treat. I
No,
remember
this
that.
is Nick, Kurt, and Dale.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right. American League Cy Young Award is Tariq.
Throwing all the red flags.
Right. Tariq Skubal. He was the Cy Young Award for the American League for the 2nd year in a row. And for the National League, it's Paul Skeens from the Pirates. He won the Cy Young Award in his rookie season.
Christopher Sanchez.
Huh?
Should have been Christopher Sanchez.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, his record was better.
True.
Just put it like that. All right, we're going to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all hanging with us here on the Check Swing Podcast with myself. And, of course, the brains and brawn of the situation, Coach Miguel Santa is in the building. Eagles Lions on Sunday night. It's the primetime game. It's the Sunday night game. So before the Eagles and Lions play, you may want to check out the 10-7 show coming back this Sunday night at 7 o'clock. All right? Make sure you catch Tara Goose and myself. We are coming back for the game.
And the Mexican word of the day.
Oh, yeah, and Miguel will have the Mexican word. Make sure you're there. With all that being said, we're going to get up out of here. We love y'all for loving us, and we'll check y'all next time here on the Check Wing Podcast. We out of here. Peace.
Until we meet again.